Hello, and here is an impromptu video. And I think I fixed my sound at last. Thank you, Reset. Rings of Power, the gift that no one wanted, but it keeps giving to the point that now it's just a meme. Rumour from Green Dragon Gossip. Rings of Power Season 2, a wild Tom Bombadil appears. Oh, where do we start with this? Like, in the whole big scheme of things. Why? Why? Can I just put that one in? Tom Bombadil is a character within Tolkien's Legendarium that is fascinating. And I'm not going to go into the whole thing here, but he's been around for a very, very long time. And I'm actually kind of shocked they have the rights. Anyway, his true nature is completely unknown. He existed before the Dark Lord came, and he has been alive before basically everything. I mean, there are countless theories with Tom Bombadil that he is basically a god, or the god. He eventually left where he came from and arrived in Middle-earth, and he began his journey through a region, and while wandering, having witnessed the emergence of the forest, the rain, while his role in nature as first and second age is unknown, and that's probably, if it's true, that's probably why they're doing it, because they can literally do whatever they want. There is some good canon moments and lore moments with him, but it's Rings of Power. At this point, I don't have any hope that they're going to do anything, and this just feels like they're now shoehorning in some shameless fan service. Now, we know at the start of the fourth age, he spent some time with Gandalf, but there are so many questions I have now. Looking at the rights, looking at what they actually can do, if they do this, it's going to be ghastly. Because don't forget, Rings of Power, you can't have strong male characters with their own agency. You can't have strong male characters with their own story, and most likely it will be set up that Galadriel will create, or something to do with him, and kind of take over his story. And because she already has, I mean, she's been pushed forward to the centre of the creation of the Elven Rings. Her relationship with Sauron has been completely warped and twisted that it bears no resemblance to anything ever written, or anything they have rights to. And before everyone tells me off, because I'm sick of this, well, they don't have the rights to the Silmarillion, they're doing the best they can. They didn't even use what they have the rights to. Like, read the appendices, people. Just read it. My God. I mean, this show is a shit show at this point, and ultimately, just shoehorning in more characters, just for the sake of appearance, just for the sake of, we need cameos, we need references. And I'm going through, like, things, and The Gamer, which is a website I have many problems with, talked about it. Tom Bombadil would be the terrible addition to the Rings of Power Season 2. And I want to say this, it's just, I do love the way they do it, and they do mention, to quote the article, I've got mixed feelings. At best, the decision would be clearly weaving in the deeper and more complex parts of Tolkien's lore, but at worst it would be an MCU-level fan service. The whole of the Rings of Power is MCU-level fan service. Shallow, names that bear no resemblance, and just ultimately, I believe cutting his part out of The Lord of the Rings by Peter Jackson was a good idea. And I know that's a controversial statement, and I love the character, but thematically he wouldn't have fitted in with the themes of the film, partly because I think Tom Bombadil, and this is a theory, is a leftover from when The Lord of the Rings was first written, that when it was more episodic children's novel, before it was rewritten into the epic fantasy it became. This is my feelings on this. I love the character. I think he's a great character. I have several things to do with Tom Bombadil. And I think ultimately they will mess it up, because what they will do, they will strip his character of any agency. It'll be shallow fan service. Galadriel will take over anything important that he does because it'll be her idea. And given the fact that Amazon hates men in general with the Rings of Power, and they're just doubling down on the god-awfulness of false female empowerment, they're just going to ruin another character and destroy them. It's simple. And why? Why? Just, there are so many things wrong with everything that's happening right now when it comes to Rings of Power and the leaks and the news, and there is more coming. But the fact that this is the gift that no one wanted, it keeps giving, it's absolutely ghastly, it's horrible writing, the acting is subpar, and the showrunners are completely clueless hacks who only want to tell a story that is completely about their own agenda, and the writer's agenda, rather than actually telling Tolkien's story. I'm amazed this show will has even got a second season, but I know Amazon are actually contracted to do 5, but there is a get out clause. I don't think they're going to save it because it's already a half-broken ship on the rocks. So tell me what you think in the comments below. All of my links and info are down there, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.